y'all, welcome to Cooking on the Farm. I'm Rachel and I'm going to show you our Easter dessert. Happy Easter, by the way. He is risen indeed. We do this pistachio pudding not just for Easter. We kind of do it all year long whenever we just need to take a dessert somewhere that's super fast, super easy, like you make it and then you travel and it's done by the time you get there, to be honest. All right, come on in. I'll show you my ingredients and then we're just going to throw this thing together within like 5 minutes, super fast. You're going to need pistachio pudding, store brand, regular brand, doesn't matter. 2 cups of milk, roughly a half a bag of mini marshmallows, roughly 3/4 of a cup up to a cup of chopped pistachios, and roughly 4 ounces, give or take, of whipped topping, preferably defrosted. So literally, you just dump. Okay, all right, I'm gonna start with my 2 cups cold milk. I'm gonna open up my container. I think the part that takes the longest, honestly, is chopping the nuts. And you don't even have to chop the nuts. Like, you don't even have to use the nuts because these technically have little itty bitty pieces of nut in them. All right, give this a little whisk. Pudding is ready in 5 minutes. It just says beat on low speed for a couple minutes. So I'm just gonna literally whisk it until there's not so, I can feel graininess in the bottom. Literally, it's not gonna take much. And it's already starting to thicken up. Next, this should be at room temperature. Again, I forgot, okay? All right, so normally I get a small container, but they had this super cheap. So I'm just gonna take out what I think would be half of one of the small containers, give or take. It's not an exact science, guys, it's dessert, okay? So because this is frozen still, I'm going to just let it kind of set in here. Try to break it up a little bit. It does not want to break up, but that's fine.
Should we give it a few minutes to warm up a little?
Yeah.
We'll give it a few minutes to warm up.
Yeah, so we're just gonna let this set for a couple minutes and then we'll come back, whisk it in, it'll be perfect. As I'm gonna poke at it to make it smaller. Okay guys, I'm gonna give this a whisk. It has warmed up. There's still a few little lumpies. No big deal, okay? It will all work out, I promise. Okay, again, you don't have to add the nuts. This is totally optional, okay? I'm gonna add almost all of them, probably keep about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more.
But David says the nuts make it.
The nuts do, they add a lot of crunch. The marshmallows, again, I actually might not add the full half bag. Stale is better for the marshmallows. And you just want to mix these guys in. My grandma used to make a dessert with pistachio jello and it was frozen and it was so good. I'll probably make that for y'all this summer. Okay, literally done. Find a container. All right, I'm just gonna put it in here. We're gonna take this to our co-op game night. I was talking to one of the other leaders and I'm like, we need to do a family game night. Like, it needs to happen. We love games. Most of our co-op is very family friendly and that's what we want. We want to include the dads, okay? So literally, put it in a dish. I generally put it in a pie pan, but whatever kind of container you want. It does not have to be perfect. Just, it's literally probably the fastest dessert I make. And if you're taking it somewhere, it will set in the car. You can see it's already set. Like, I mean, it ain't going nowhere. So good. The nuts, they add a little crunch because the nuts that are in there in the little packet, there's not very many. so it doesn't really blend a lot. If you let this set like overnight, the marshmallows honestly get like, I don't know how to explain it. They almost like when you melt a marshmallow, like when you roast it, how it gets that really gooey, that's what it turns into. All right, guys, from my kitchen to yours, I hope you guys have an amazing Easter. Try this super easy recipe. Make it the night before. Make it as everyone's showing up. It doesn't matter. All right, guys, God bless. Can I take a bite now?
Oh, I got a big pot in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
It is a half of a container, half of a small container, a quarter of this size container.
I'll take a bite.
I was just gonna do that.
I know, but